Hi folks, I'm almost finished. We've got two more phrases that I want to share with you when you are dealing with difficult people. Now I've just shared one with you could use the previous video, which is video number 5, about if you were managing somebody, a team supervisor or a team leader. And this is another one that a team leader or manager could use. And what we were doing in the last one was using a feedback tool that helped them to create some limits and what you wanted them to do. This time here we're going to use a tool called Results Through Appreciation. So what you're doing here is you actually telling them that you want some change, but you're actually asking for them to come up with solutions. So this one here is what you're doing here is you're describing the behavior of the person. And one of the, as I say, I've used all these in my workshops and in my online program. And one of the phrases that I've said is, I've noticed that you're always late for work. And then what you're doing, the next thing is you're describing the consequences, how it is for you. Well, if you're an HR manager or somebody like that or team leader, is I find that difficult because I have other staff complaining. And then you describe how it feels for you, and so I feel that it's unfair to the other staff members. And then what you do, this is the third one, the fourth one, is then you're actually asking the other people what they can do to change the situation. So then you're saying, so how do you think we can fix it? So I'm going to run through that again, describing the behavior, describing the consequences, how you feel, and then asking them how they can fix the situation. So it's something like, I noticed that you're late for work. I have other people complaining. I feel that it's unfair to them. What can you do to fix the situation? Now, when you get to that stage there, what you're doing is asking them to come up with the solution. And so you may have to give them some time to think about it. So have a think about it and let's talk about it tomorrow. But you're actually starting to empower them. Instead of you telling them what to do, you're asking them to think about how they can fix it themselves. Now, the reason I've used that example, because it is actually a true life example. And what we had a lady who had to drop her children off to school. She could drop them off between 8:15 and 8:30 in the morning. She then had to drive into the city. If there was no parking or an accident on the motorway, she'd sometimes be a few minutes late. And so she came back to the supervisor and said, look, I have an hour for lunch. Can I please start at 9:30, and if I'm in here at 8:15, I can sit and have a cup of tea, but then I've just got half an hour for lunch instead. Now, in this particular case, that worked. She was in accounts. She was not in front house, so it didn't matter. But what you're doing is you're starting to empower the other people to think of the solutions. So that's another lot of phrasing that you can use. Now, if you want more, again, my book on Amazon, Difficult People Help, and also, How to Deal with Difficult People, my website, Difficult People Help, where I've got some modules and a full program, which was my workshop that I've done for years and years about how to deal with difficult people. So I hope that helped you. We got one more to go.